Are you buying my house? Sorry for this mess.
No, Thomas, I'm here to clear your path.
Thank you. I'm just trapped in this chair. Why help me? Everyone else just ignores me.
Because you matter. You shouldn't be hidden away.
You brought my hope back. Thank you, son.
When Thomas looked at me with those tired and tearful eyes, whispering that I had brought his hope back, the heavy silence of the street corner suddenly felt a lot lighter. I looked down at his frail hands resting on that worn-out Nike bag over his lap, realizing that the simple act of staying to help him had completely broken the dark wall of isolation that had been crushing his spirit for months. It is a straight-up gut punch to the soul to witness an 81-year-old man who once spent his days working hard for his family, now sitting entirely helpless in a wheelchair, surrounded by a jungle of weeds that had erased his path to the world. The neighborhood had treated him like he was invisible, driving past his overgrown yard every day without ever stopping to ask if the man behind that faded for sale sign was even eating or sleeping. Hearing him confess that he felt completely hidden away by the towering grass made a fierce fire of determination burn in my chest. Because no human being deserves to be trapped in their own home. He had been trying to sell this house since the day his wife took her last breath, just so he could afford to move into a safe, assisted living facility where someone could care for him. But the chaotic overgrowth made the property look like an abandoned ruins, scaring off every single buyer. As I stood there in my bright orange work shirt, looking at the mountain of green brush that stood between Thomas and the sidewalk, I promised him that his struggle was officially over and that he was going to see the sun again. The moment I gripped the handle of my professional brush cutter and pulled the starter cord, the aggressive roar of the engine shattered the stagnant air of his confinement. A sound of pure progress that signaled his long winter of neglect was finally coming to an end. Every aggressive movement I made with that trimmer, every heavy pile of weeds I cleared from the concrete, and every layer of dirt I scraped from the edge of his walkway felt like I was physically pulling him back from the edge of absolute despair. The air began to fill with the raw and clean scent of cut grass and freshly turned earth. A powerful sensory roadmap that I prayed would tell his tired heart that the world had not forgotten him. I could feel the eyes of the neighborhood tracking my progress from behind their closed curtains. The very same people who had ignored his wheelchair spinning uselessly in the dirt for over a year, and it drove me to work until my hands were completely raw. As the final section of the overgrown path was cleared and the for sale sign was revealed fully to the street, the entire yard seemed to transform from a prison of weeds into a safe and beautiful space. Thomas slowly rolled his wheelchair forward over the newly cleaned concrete, the wheels moving smoothly without the dirt holding them back, and I watched a fragile, beautiful smile spread across his weathered face for the first time in years. I realized then that my mission today was not just about pro bono landscaping. It was about restoring a disabled man's independence and proving to him that he still belongs to the world. Before you scroll past this, please drop a comment with the city you are watching from. Because elders like Thomas are out there right now, fighting silent battles with loneliness and aging without a single voice to speak up for them. If you saw a man trapped in a wheelchair by the very land he lived on, too weak to clear his own path back to the street, would you have the courage to pick up a tool and fight for his dignity? Like and share this video to remind the world that we do not leave our fighters behind in the weeds. And today, we finally delivered a bit of hope and light back into Thomas's weary heart. He spent his younger years building up this community, so today, we made sure the community finally gave back to him when he needed it most. Faith in humanity is officially restored. And we are going to keep moving forward until every single person who feels forgotten has a clear path back to the light. Today, Thomas didn't just get a clean sidewalk. He got his freedom back and the comforting knowledge that he is seen. He is valued and he is loved by people who didn't even know his name yesterday. Seeing him roll down that path in the warm afternoon sun was the greatest honor of my career. And knowing he can finally welcome potential buyers to his home without the shame of the weeds getting in the way is the only reward I will ever need. We showed him that even when life leaves you with no strength left to walk, there are still good people in this world who will use their own hands to lift you up and clear your way. What is the one small thing you would do today to make an elderly neighbor in a wheelchair feel like they are still a vital part of this world?